The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Patterson to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be taken down, but down before they look at across midfield. And good for 22 and a first down.
Okay, let's do a version of name dropping here. We'll show a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that. You're going to control an inside running game.
He had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Take that again, coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 39.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Falcons at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
97.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Yellow, go. Yellow, 1. Check pink. Smith, red. Check white.
They'll run with Patterson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him. And a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's White. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Zamir White, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Fields on 1st down. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 45-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They have to give them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, it's Fields. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
on second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Fields. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Slot man moves right. First down, here's White. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brent, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down and quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. He's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Okay,
Ball
ready?
on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Black ultra. Set, huh?
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And cycle.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw here. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw left side. There's London. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Patterson running between the tackles. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Now the ball comes loose, and I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. They'll run with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Cordero Patterson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a fast footwork by White. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Fields. It's caught. This is White. Touchdown Bears! A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Fields now to throw. Forced out to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Arnold Ebiketie able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it will be Falcon football.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Fields. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Fields. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Hand off, running left, Patterson. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to go up top again, and that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3. Now it's Fields. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, a I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 18. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Pass complete to Bird out right here. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Check. Ready.
Running the counter, Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.